Did Toronto Mayor Rob Ford's mouth get him in trouble again?
Travelers to Cancun are facing flight cancellations in anticipation of Hurricane Rina. Humber News starts now.
Hello, it's Thursday, October 27th, 2011. Welcome to Humber News, coming to you from the Broadcast Center here at the North Campus. I'm Matt LaRue. Thanks for joining us.
And I'm Sarah Cresswell. Ahead on our show, we have all of your news, sports, and entertainment highlights, as well as your 5-day weather forecast. But first, Matt has our top story.
Toronto Mayor Rob Ford is being accused of shouting obscenities, including the F-word, at 911 dispatchers. He called police after a CBC comedy show ambushed him at home asking for an interview. Comedian Mary Walsh is well known to many Canadians, but apparently not to Mayor Ford. After this confrontation, Ford, who has received death threats in the past, called 911 twice. According to CBC News, he allegedly cursed at the 911 call taker repeatedly. Ford is quoted as saying, "You bitches, don't you effing know I'm Rob effing Ford, the mayor of this city." The recording has not yet been released, but it is spreading within the police service. Mayor Ford just released a statement and says, "When I made the 911 call, I was concerned and upset. I was repeatedly told police were arriving soon. In another call, I expressed frustration with the delay and said that I had to leave to go to City Hall. I did use the F-word at some point as I expressed my frustration with the situation. After being attacked in my driveway, I hope I can be excused for saying the F-word. I never called anyone any names. I apologize for expressing my frustration inappropriately."
It's day 4 of the transit strike in York Region. 60% of routes are affected, leaving many commuters stranded. Humber News reporter Lindsay Tucci spoke to students about how it affects their commute home.
Humber students heading to school may have to get a ride or wait for a bus that might not come for hours. The union representing over 500 drivers and workers have been on strike since Monday. More than 44,000 users have been affected by the strike, and students using YRT routes say they're being put in a tough spot.
And it takes a little longer to get to school, and yeah, it's more traffic and stuff.
I'm late to my classes like almost 2 times in a row all this week. It's pretty bad.
I take the Viva a lot to Downsview Station, so I don't have to drive down to the city, and that's affected as well. So we're gonna have to find cabs or find a way to get myself down to the city, even for this weekend for Halloween or anything like that.
Over 60% of routes have been affected in the areas of Markham, Richmond Hill, and Aurora. Meanwhile, a group of striking YRT workers have met in Newmarket for a rally today. The transit union says workers want to negotiate better wages, benefits, and terms of their contract.
There's no telling when the end of the transit strike will be, and for some of these Humber students traveling to and from York Region, the wait could feel even longer. Lindsay Tucci, Humber News.
Occupy Toronto protesters may have to pack up camp today because of the sub-zero temperatures due to hit tonight. Hundreds of protesters are currently camping in Toronto's St. James Park. Deputy Mayor Doug Holliday says occupying the park without permits makes them squatters, and they won't be allowed to stay forever. Despite the weather predictions and the council's comments, they show no signs of leaving. The demonstrators, inspired by Occupy Wall Street in New York, have now been living in the park for 2 weeks.
Police have made another arrest in the case of alleged serial killer Mark Moore. The mother of the Toronto man accused of 4 murders has been charged for an alleged role in her son's crimes. Police say 49-year-old Hyacinth Moore assisted her son by destroying evidence related to homicide and robbery investigations. She has been charged with accessory after the fact to murder, conspiracy to commit an indictable offense, and obstructing peace officers. She was arrested yesterday after attending the murder trial of Kenya Smith, who is charged with the 2008 murder of her son, Andre. Last week, Moore's son, Mark, was charged with 54 offenses, including 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Pearson Airport has grounded flights to Mexico today due to high winds and rain brought on by Hurricane Rina. Flight cancellations to Cancun have left many vacationers at home and Pearson Airport free of lineups. Airlines including Sunwing, WestJet, and Air Canada have pre-notified their passengers. Meanwhile, Air Canada has revised its booking policies to allow passengers to change their flights without penalty.
For those who are looking to get the flu shot this season, today marks the start of Toronto Public Health's free flu shot clinics. The Humber Germs were out in full force today advertising the flu shot. There will be 46 clinics in 16 locations across the city that run until mid-January. City of Toronto Health Advisor David McEwen says the flu shot doesn't just protect you, it protects your loved ones, your co-workers, and the public. Humber North Campus will host 3 flu shot clinics in the coming weeks. On November 7th and the 8th, the clinic will run from 9:30 until 3, and a third clinic will run on the 11th from 9:30 until noon. Lakeshore students can also get the flu shot on campus if they make scheduled appointments.
Elephant keepers at the Toronto Zoo are stomping mad with City Council's decision to move their elephants to a sanctuary in California. Council took the decision away from the zoo board, which had hoped to move them to an accredited facility. Councilors voted on Tuesday to send the elephants to a sanctuary which is not accredited. The keepers have lashed out, saying councilors are not qualified to decide the animal's fate. Preparations are underway to move the elephants, but will take at least 4 months.
RIM's problems are not over yet. A Montreal lawyer is filing a lawsuit against RIM over the recent service disruptions experienced worldwide. The lawyer is asking for $1.25 in compensation for being left without email, BlackBerry Messenger, and internet access for a day and a half. He hopes it will escalate into a class action lawsuit with multiple claimants. RIM has promised a month of free technical support and $100 of premium app downloads to all of its users because of the service outages.
When we come back, we'll have more news from around the country and the world. Kathleen Finley will have the sports news, and we'll have your weather forecast with Tom Katuku.
If you intend to be outdoors, bring out your scarf and a pair of gloves. Temperatures are expected to drop. I'll be back with the complete 5-day weather outlook. Stay with us.